the other side of the floor say, let's try it again. Ball's up in the air, and again, very awkward jump ball. Ike controls into the backcourt, and the Zags go to work first here in the championship game. Hickman has it, gives it up top of the key for Greg. Ben, defended by Dukas, dribbles it once, picks it up. Dukas all over him, able to get it away to Watson on the far sideline. To Nembhard at 40 feet, dribbles to the left sideline, 10 seconds to shoot. Watson sets a screen for Nembhard, drives, cut off by Forbes, bounces in the paint. It was intended for Watson, stolen away by Forbes for St. Mary's. Marshallonis, the WCC Player of the Year, brings it up the floor to Forbes, who hands it off to Dukas. Now to Marshallonis. It's a screen from Saxon, dribbling to his left, pass in the corner to Forbes. Forbes hands off to Marshallonis on the sideline. Sets a screen, Marshallonis penetrates, can't get up a shot, bounces to Saxon. Low block right side, kick back out Marshallonis. Three-point line with 6 seconds to shoot. Switch defensively, Marshallonis passes away to Dukas, drives, bounces, and Saxon finishes with a two-handed dunk. 1 minute gone by, and the Gaels have a 2-0 lead. Watson trailing. Dribbling to his right, short pass to Nembhard. Turns a corner with left-handed dribble, cut off. Finds Ike on the baseline, takes his time, shoots the jumper, and hits from about 8.
Yeah, obviously a great sign when Graham makes his first field goal. That was an awkward shot. Wide open 8-footer on the dead baseline. Easier said than done.
Mahaney out top, screen from Saxon. Bulldogs trap it. Picks up the dribble, bounces to Saxon, three-point line. He'll drive, spin on Ike. Left-handed shot won't go. Graham with a strong rebound. Quickly to Nembhard up the right side to Watson. Dukas trying to slow him down. Anton backing him down. Double comes, kick out Nembhard. Thought about a three, pulled it down. Will drive, pass in the corner. Far side, Hickman. He dribbles away from pressure. Picks up the dribble to Greg in the left corner. 9 seconds to shoot. Ben picks it up, bounces to Ike. Defended by Saxon. Faces up on him, shoots another jumper. That one comes up short. Rebounds right into the lap of Saxon, and the Gaels head the other way in a 2-2 ball game. Marshallonis, trapped, gets it away to Dukas, now to Saxon. Saxon drives and scores it off the glass. 4-2, Gaels on top. Nembhard, one-handed pass to Watson between the circles. One dribble, gives it up to Hickman, turns the corner with the left hand. Cut off by Mahaney, bounces it for Watson. It's knocked away from behind by Forbes.
Like a reaching foul to me, buddy.
I thought so too. Dukas across half court, over to Mahaney. Screen from Saxon, passes over to Dukas. They try to bounce it back to Saxon, who loses a handle. It's out of bounds, Gonzaga basketball. They tried to run that one again.
Yeah. We're double teaming on every ball screen action with Mahaney, so they're trying to hit Saxon on the short roll. He's actually done a good job on 2 of them and gathered and went up slowly, but that's going to be something we're just going to give up. We don't want Mahaney to get going.
Greg, three-point line right side, top of the key pass for Ike. Graham surveys, dribbles once, hands it off to Hickman. Nolan driving with the left hand, gets to the baseline, under the basket, gives it up to Ike. High post, has it stolen away by Marshallonis. He's on the run, 1-on-2. Marshallonis shot up, won't go down. Ike rebounds. Good contest by Greg. Nembhard brings it the other way for the Bulldogs, who trail by 2 early. Screen from Ike. Dribbles to his left. Gets into the paint. Wraparound pass for Ike. He scores it. There could have been a foul on that one too, Mo. We're tied at 4.
Yeah, great wraparound pass on the 2-man game up top. Difficult angle to find Ike there for the layup.
Graham has all 4 of the Bulldogs points. We're tied for the second time here in Las Vegas. Marshallonis trapped. Picks up the dribble. Pass over to Mahaney. It gets through. He gets up a 3 and hits. Nembhard went for the steal. Didn't get it.
Can't go for a steal there. You just got to stay home.
7-4, Gaels on top. Nembhard hands off to Hickman. Out top for Watson. Couple dribbles. Back to Nembhard. Point guard gets a screen from Watson. Into the paint with the dribble. Tries to bounce it to Watson. It is stripped away, and the Gaels come away with the basketball. It's Mahaney with it. To Marshallonis, who brings it up the right side. Picks up the dribble. Skips left side to Mahaney. Forbes calls for it. Can't get it there. Mahaney calls for a screen from Forbes. Dribbling left side. Gets to the baseline. Cut off there. Pass out to Saxon. Dribbles once. Leaves it for Marshallonis. Bounces in the paint. Forbes. He looks down to Saxon with the extra pass. Ike fouls him from behind. Saxon's going to shoot 2. Gaels moving the ball pretty well with their bigs here early. They've got a 7-4 lead. 15:47 to play first half. We have an official timeout. We're back after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog Basketball from Learfield.
Support Gonzaga men's basketball through NIL. Zags Collective is the leading NIL collective supporting Zags student athletes through name, image, and likeness. Zags Collective creates opportunities for student athletes to engage with the community and grow their brand. Plus, you get access to autograph sessions, exclusive events, and more. Become a member today. Go to zagscollective.com and get started.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Progressive presents Renters MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Emily Neal's 70-inch TV. Because after watching her second-grade students yell at each other for hours, there's nothing Emily enjoys more than watching super rich housewives also yell at each other. Why? Because those women are not her responsibility. And that's why her TV is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
15 minutes, 46 seconds to play in the first half here. We're at our first official timeout with St. Mary's leading Gonzaga. 7-4 is the score. Mo, an interesting note here for the Bulldogs. They've turned it over 4 times. Yep. In the first 4 minutes of play, they had 3 turnovers yesterday, just 5 turnovers in the win in Moraga.
It's obviously going to be a concern to start this game. We've tried to hit the short roll 3 times on swivel passes and gotten deflected, so we got to be a little bit more cognizant of that and make better decisions. St. Mary's ball screen offense has been fantastic, even though it's 7-4 early, but they've hit Saxon twice on the short roll, knowing that there's going to be a trap with Mahaney running the ball screen action. So we're going to have to tag from the weak side and take that away and maybe give something up. But so far, a good plan from Randy Bennett, having an adjustment to that.
Well, Saxon will shoot free throws as we come back out of the timeout. All 5 starters still in the game for both teams. Saxon, 15 points and 13 points in the 2 games against the Zags in the regular season. A 61.8% free throw shooter. First one rim, glass, and in for the big man for St. Mary's. Same story. Gets them both for an early 5-point Gael lead. Nembhard into the front court, the dribble far side of the floor. Bounces it to Hickman, coming off an EK screen, gets into the paint, spins, shot up and in for Nolan Hickman. His first bucket of the night, cuts it to 9-6.
Yeah, great ball fake and pivot right there. Get the shot blockers in the air, turns into an easy layup.
Marshallonis, handoff, Mahaney to Dukas. Dukas defended by Watson. Bulldogs switch defensively. Dukas shoots a deep 3. It's off the iron. Forbes had the rebound knocked away by Nembhard, and then a late whistle on a foul call. It's going to go against the Bulldogs point guard. St. Mary's will inbound on the baseline, leading 9-6. And he bounces into Saxon. Backing down EK. Into the paint with it. Fakes left. Comes back to his right. Comes up short on the hook. EK rebounds. Hands it off to Nembhard. Hands into the front court. Slowed down by Marshallonis. Bounces it for EK. Graham taking his time. Trying to back Saxon down. Spins. Shoots. A little bit too strong. Ball's out of bounds. Last touched by the Gaels. Watson had a fingertip on the rebound, and then Mahaney touched it last out of bounds.
That's not the shot we want. I know we don't want to get Graham going inside, but the turnaround 12-footer with a hand in his face is not what we've planned.
Nembhard inbound on the baseline for the Bulldogs. Gets it in the left corner to Hickman. Nolan picks it up, looks to EK, finds him. Saxon defends. Graham spins to the baseline, hammered as he gets the shot up halfway down and pops out. There comes Mahaney Marshallonis the other way, passes it to Mahaney on the right side. Still a 9-6 lead for the Gaels. Mahaney picks up the dribble, stripped away by Gregg. He got it back. Pass to Saxon at the free throw line. He'll drive. Ike goes down, and a block is called. The Zag fans don't like it. Coach Few is furious as Graham is whistled for his second personal foul. And I agree with Coach Few. I mean, that's a football play.
Yeah, that's an absolute charge. No question about it, unless they're saying in the circles. The only thing I could think of. And hopefully we get a replay in this building and they show us where his feet were located in the charge circle, but that would be the only. But normally they point down right away and they tell you, so then the complaining stops. That's terrible.
Saxon hands it off to Marshallonis on the inbound. Here is a pass to Saxon, who dunks. 11-6, Gaels with the lead. Saxon having a nice night here as Bulldogs have had to check in Braden Huff, with Graham picking up his second personal. Nembhard gets a screen from Huff, dribbles to his right, pass back to Braden, fakes the three, can't get around Saxon on the drive, gives it up to Hickman. Nolan shakes on Marshallonis, forces one, misses it. Forbes comes away with a rebound. Bulldogs trail 11-6, 6 minutes gone by. Mahaney brings it into the front court. Hickman picks him up defensively. Saxon sets a screen, he refuses it, drives. Leans in, scoops it up, rattles around and drops. Gaels look good here in the opening 6 minutes. They lead at 13-6. Watson out top with it. Watson driving on Forbes. Leans in, forces, misses. Another rebound for Saxon. Well, Zags out of sorts here, Mo, in the first 6.5 minutes.
Yeah, not taking good shots, not getting the whistle either.
There's a pass left side to Dukas, back out top for Marshallonis. Screen from Saxon, dribbles to his right, picks it up, bounces to Saxon, hands it back to the point guard. Marshallonis picks up his dribble, bounces in the paint for Saxon one more time, who lays it up and in, and Coach Few wants a timeout.
Well, we're going to have to figure out the ball screen coverage right now. The weak side is not rotating over. We're going to have to give something up on the weak side, but we can't just give up drop-down layups to Saxon the whole time.
It's a 9-point lead for the Gaels. 13-11 to play in our game's first half. And this is a full timeout.
So
it is a full timeout. 13-11 to go. Let's take this break, Christian. Actually, it's a 30-second timeout. So we are going to keep it right here. I thought it was a 30, but it looked like some guys are sitting down over there on the Gaels bench, but I think I have that wrong. So many guys on a bench anymore, Mo, you can't see what's going on in there.
A lot of polo shirts, more than there used to be when I played.
And Zags trailing by 9 as they come out of the huddle. Nembhard, Hickman, Gregg, Huff, and Watson.
Yeah, got to figure out the ball screen coverage. I guarantee that's what Huey was talking about there. And change your plan. Maybe you go to a hard show and then recover, or maybe a plug. Take away the roll, but the only danger to that is Marshallonis and Mahaney are really good in that situation.
Zags have missed their last 4 shots. They haven't scored in nearly 2.5 minutes as Nembhard brings it across the timeline. Screen from Watson, top of the key, gets to the right wing, pulls up, shoots the jumper, and it goes down. Anton Watson just got cracked by Mahaney and pointed at him and said, hey, let's go. It's getting a little bit chippy here as Nembhard knocks down the jump shot. 12:50 to play first half. Marshallonis drives. Saxon clears out in the lane. Shot wouldn't go, but Saxon is there for the follow dunk. He is having a first half here as the Gaels lead by 9. Nembhard walks it across half court. Screen from Watson. On the switch, they're trying to find Watson. It's volleyball spiked into the backcourt by Marshallonis. Nembhard dribbles to his right, bounces it down low to Watson, cutting, and he scores over Saxon, who came over to challenge late. 17-11 is the score. Gaels on top. 12:14 to play first half. Forbes has it, hands it off to Dukas on the near sideline. Back out to Mahaney. It's a screen, dribbles to his right, he's trapped, passes back to Forbes. Forbes will drive, tries to bounce it down low for Saxon, knocked away by Hickman. Last touched by Saxon, it's Gonzaga ball.
It was a rotation down to take away that drop down that Saxon's been good all game long. We're leaving Marshallonis open on that side, but you're going to have to take away something. Good adjustment.
Bulldogs trail 17-10. We have 11:57 to play in the first half here of the championship game at the Orleans Arena. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Some banks receive 5-star ratings and think they've arrived. But at Wheatland Bank, we call that just getting started. Now, as a member of the Glacier family of regional banks, we're doing even more of what made us an industry leader. Anticipating Eastern Washington's growing needs with more expertise, more technology, more resources, well, more everything. The new, even better Wheatland Bank. What more do you need? Seriously, we're asking.
Wheatland Bank, a division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Inland Imaging and Community Cancer Fund are teaming up to beat cancer. Low-dose screening CT exams may reduce lung cancer deaths by more than 20% by finding early-stage cancers other methods miss. If you're over 50, a longtime smoker, or have other risk factors, lung cancer screening can provide potentially life-saving answers. Ask your doctor or call 363-7799. Inland Imaging. Answers you can trust and care you can count on.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the 2023-24 college athletic season? You can follow the standings of your favorite school or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. That's thedirectorscup.com and L Directors Cup on Twitter. Trophies will be awarded in June 2024 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Championship game. Zags trail early, 17-10 is our score, Mo. It's been kind of the Mitchell Saxon show at this point. 5 out of 7 from the field. He's got 12 points, go along with 3 rebounds.
Yeah, he's gotten every drop-down pass. When you're trapping, you got to take away that pass. Guy who's supposed to guard the roll, the tagger, so it's a little bit easier said than done, but we're going to make an adjustment. But in fairness to him, he's caught a couple and had to go to work. They had just been stripped layups. He, caught it, spun around, and made some nice little jump hooks in the lane as well.
To his right, pass back left side, three-point line to Hickman. It's a screen from Huff. Nolan keeps the dribble alive. Now pass it left side. Watson tries to get around for him. He picks up the dribble, bounces it to Ford. Scores! How in the world is there not a foul on that play? Watson with a tough finish cuts it to 19-14.
Contact all the way to the shot on the dribble as well.
Here's Barrett, wide open left side. Three-pointer won't go down. Watson with the rebound for the Bulldogs who trail by 5. Gets it out to Nembhard. Nembhard flying down the floor. Marciulionis cuts him off. Pass out to Huff at the three-point line. Braden passes to Nembhard. Nembhard off the Huff screen. Drives, passes left side. Hickman shoots a 3. Too strong. Rebound goes to Saxon. Still a 5-point lead for the Gaels. We approach 9 minutes to play first half. There's Dukas, back to Marciulionis. Hands it off far side to Mahaney. Mahaney gets a screen from Sexton. Fires a pass left corner to Barrett. He'll shoot another 3 and miss another 3. Watson has the rebound for GU. Nembhard the other way. Passes it back to Watson. He's at the three-point line left side. Driving on Barrett. Lost the handle. Able to punch it back out to Nembhard. Ryan drives. Spins into the paint. Shot up. Rejected by Marciulionis. Mahaney the other way. He's got numbers. Pass over to Dukas. Bulldogs slow him down. And now St. Mary's will set up the offense. Still a 19-14 game. Being played at the Gaels' pace. Marciulionis drives. And an offensive foul on Mahaney. Finally, the officials got one right here tonight.
Offhand, easy call, great call, but you're right. The whistle hasn't been kind to us so far. Mahaney's been extra physical. Easy call by the official, veteran official.
Zags will head the other way. Nembhard walks it up the floor. Waits for a screen from Watson, gets it, dribbles to his right, pulls up, shoots a straightaway 3, and hits it. Nembhard knocks it down, and the Bulldogs cut the lead to 2. 8 minutes, 15 seconds to play in the first half. Forbes waits to check in for the Gaels. Dribbles to his right off a Dukas screen. Now back to his left off a Saxon screen. Pass in the corner to Barrett. Right back out top, Marciulionis. Marciulionis fakes the 3, drives on Huff, spins, can't get up a shot, stripped away. And a foul is called on the Bulldogs. That one went against Braden, and Mo, he had done the job. Didn't need to reach in there. Stood him up, walled him up, didn't bite on any of those shot fakes. Gaels were in trouble, but then the foul was committed. We've got an official timeout, 7:58 to play first half. St. Mary's 19, Gonzaga 17. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
BECU, You've heard the name, seen the letters, but what does BECU stand for? Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people, for charting your own path, for choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else, because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU, power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join, federally insured by NCUA.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Papa Murphy's $9.99 extra large New York style pizza
is a big deal.
So we're going big to tell everyone about it. How big? We're talking action movie big. Carving $9.99 XLNY into a mountainside big. And shouting it from the literal mountaintops big. Because the XLNY is everything you can expect from a classic New York style pizza, hot and fresh out of your oven for just $9.99. Order the XLNY pizza at papamurphys.com.
Back at the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas, where the Bulldogs trail St. Mary's 19-17 as our score was 7:58 to play in the first half. Visit Spokane, home of the Gonzaga Bulldogs. This busy city along the roaring Spokane River Gorge has it all. Culinary, beer, wine, entertainment, and outdoor adventure. Whether you already live in the area or you're looking for a vacation, start planning adventures now. Go to visitspokane.com. Live like a Zag. The Bulldogs have trailed by as many as 9 points in this first half. They have yet to lead. We've had a couple of ties so far here in tonight's games. 19-17 advantage for the Gaels right now. Mo, the Bulldogs have settled in offensively. Felt like it was some forced shots maybe early on, and it looks like the offense is running a little bit better now, 8 out of 16.
Yeah, we've slowed down a little bit. You're going to have to play through some contact. The officials have revealed how the game's going to go. So we've done a good job. Then we calmed down the turnover issue. We had 4 in the first media. Now we only have 5, so obviously 1 since then. St. Mary's pace, though, that's something that's worried. We haven't got into our press yet, which I'm a little bit surprised of, Huddy. Normally we've done our 1-2-2. Maybe it's because there hasn't been a lot of points, taken out of bounds. You know what I mean? You can't set up our dead ball situations. So it'll be interesting to see how we guard this ball screen action on the short roll stuff, too.
Bulldogs led offensively by Ryan Nemhard, who has 5. EK and Watson with 4 apiece. Hickman and Huff have scored 2. Saxon has 12. Mahaney has 7. Nobody else has scored for the Gaels. Marshallonis looks to inbound. Bounces it into Forbes in the near corner. Greg back on the floor, pressures him. Forbes trying to take him into the paint. Kicks it out to Barrett. Pass over to Dukas. Now here's Marshallonis. Saxon getting his first breather. Marshallonis drives, flips it up. Stromer got a piece of it. Greg comes away with a loose ball. Nemhard out and running. Gaels get back defensively. Nemhard trying to drive on Mahaney. Can't get up a shot. And now has to lob it back out to Greg. Nemhard comes back out. Has it in his hands now. Screen from Greg. Skips it left side to Watson. Watson defended by Forbes out top. Gives it up to Nemhard. 9 seconds to shoot. Dribbles to his left. Bounces back. A beautiful look to Watson. There's a whistle and a foul against Marshallonis. And Anton is hurt, holding that left hip down there. Let's make sure he's okay.
Awkward fall. He got his legs taken out from him when he took off. Thank goodness.
Yeah, Anton's up and going to limp that off.
Awkward situation.
And
he's going to go look at it.
Yeah, they're going to check Saxon into the game. And is he going to look? He's having a conversation with the alternate official over there. And they're going to say he was shooting.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I don't know why anybody would think you got one official going over there to stand there and inbound the ball. I mean, what's he doing? Anton Watson is going to shoot 2.
It's a big moment, too, for St. Mary's. That's Marcelo's second. Remember, I gave him praise for that take foul, that European foul to stop a break, but that's always the counter to that as Watson misses the first. He's one of your best players on a team that's not deep at all. takes a foul just to stop one possession. So now he's got to play a little bit conservative here with 2 fouls and 7:20 to go in the first half.
Watson misses them both. It's still a 19-17 game. Marshallonis brings the Gaels into the offensive end to the right side of the floor with the dribble. It's a screen from Forbes, now defended by Stromer. Gets a screen from Saxon, dribbles to his right. Pass to Forbes. They've got the mismatch down low. Saxon on Stromer. Marshallonis gives it up right side. Dukas fakes the three, drives with the left hand, gets all the way to the rim on a screen from Saxon and scores. 21-17. Gaels on top, under 7 to play first half. Watson behind the play. Dribbling to his right, short pass to Nembhard. Nembhard drives, kicks back out to Greg at the three-point line. He bounces it to Watson, right side. Defended by Saxon on the perimeter. Taking him into the paint. Spins to his right, lost the handle, got it back. Saxon with a two-hand push. Anton is fouled finally as he was going up for the shot. Bulldogs catch a break, but Mo, I said I was going to stop complaining about the officiating, but that's two hands.
Two hands on a driver. It's supposed to be freedom of movement. It's been an emphasis for 15 years, and this is where people get upset with the college basketball game, and I haven't had this rant in a while, but is that real defense? Is that how the game's supposed to be played? I understand physicality, so if anybody's arguing that as Anton makes the first, but it's two hands on a driver. Can I stick my elbow out? Can I slap his hand away? So it's just sometimes I don't understand these refs. We're going to let him play. Well, there's a fine line, in my opinion.
Watson makes them both. Zags press. St. Mary's breaks with a couple seconds to spare. 21-19 Gaels. Mahaney defended by Watson now on the switch. Looking down low, poked away by Saxon, who gets it back. Backing down Greg, spins, Ben blocks the shot. Saxon gets it back, shoots again, misses that one. Ball tipped out. Nembhard comes away with it. Zags head the other way. Nembhard slowed down by Mahaney. Dribbles to his right, hands it off to Stromer. Out top for Watson. Anton gives it up to Nembhard. To the free throw line with the dribble. Steps back, can't get up a shot. Bounces to Watson, defended by Saxon. Left-handed dribble, spins to a hook shot. Won't go down. Dukas comes away with it. Good defense by Saxon that time. Pushed Anton off balance, and here comes Marshallonis. Gets a screen from Saxon, dribbling to the left wing. Challenges and scores over Stromer. 23-19 is the score. Gaels have not trailed yet today. They've led by as many as 9. Hickman defended by Mahaney. Left side gets a screen from Watson, pulls up, shoots a three. It's an air ball, and it will turn over to the Gaels. Coach Few is going to send Graham Ike back out there. Those 2 personal fouls at the 5:20 mark. And he'll take over for Nolan Hickman.
He's going to play big. Stromer and Nembhard in the backcourt, Watson, Greg, and Ike in the front court.
Zags started to show pressure, now they back off. Marshallonis waits for a screen from Saxon, gets it, dribbles to his left, bounces it back to Saxon at the free throw line. Saxon shot up, wouldn't go down, ball batted around. Saxon gets it back, had it ripped away. And who's the foul going to go against? It's on Dusty Stromer. Number 1 on Stromer. He's a little frustrated with the call, and the Gaels will inbound on the baseline. Marshallonis bounced it into Saxon, hands it back to the point guard. Left-handed flip, no good. Good defense by Stromer. Zags rebound. Ryan brings it the other way. Passes it to Watson. Head of steam. Flushes it with 2 hands. Beautiful look. Beautiful finish. Zags trail by 2.
Great late break situation right there with Marshallonis going down. Numbers.
Mahaney has it right side. Looking for Saxon. Was pushing Dusty Stromer over there. Mahaney picks up the dribble. Bounces it out to Marshallonis. Defended by Ike. Drives with the left hand, flips it up and in. 25-21 is the St. Mary's lead. Nembhard, little hesitation, dribble to the baseline, cut off. Passes it out to Greg. Gives it up to Nembhard. Back to Greg. Drives baseline on Saxon, gets him up in the air, and is fouled. Well, Mitchell Saxon whistled for his second personal at the 4:15 mark.
Wise decision by Ben Gregg. Get him up in the air. The St. Mary's coaching staff's telling him stay down, stay down. Obviously, Defensive Player of the Year in the conference. Need him on the floor. He's had a great night so far offensively as well with 12 points.
Gregg's first free throw is good. And has ball from the official ready for his second. That one is also all net. And again, the Bulldogs cut the lead to 2. It's 25-23. A little pressure from GU in the backcourt. Marshallonis walks it across the timeline. Bounce to Saxon at the three-point line. One dribble handoff to Dukas. Dukas out top. Pass back left side. Marshallonis drives with the left hand. Gets underneath the basket. Poked away by Stromer. Now gets a screen from Saxon. He dribbles back out to the three-point line. Bounce to Saxon. 6 seconds to shoot. Going to work on Watson. Kick out. Marshallonis. 3 won't go down. Rebound goes to Forbes. Knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be Gonzaga basketball. Ben Gregg got popped in the face as he and Forbes fought for that. Dukas complaining to the official. Bulldogs making sure Ben Gregg is okay as he got popped in the head fighting with Forbes for that rebound. 3:44 to play first half. We expected it to be competitive and heated, and it is. 25-23, St. Mary's on top. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Hey, this is Megan Gower from Her Hoop Stats. Join co-host Rob Joyce and I each week as we break down the latest in women's basketball across the country on College Sports Now. We've got analysis, expert guests, the latest bracketology breakdowns, and more. From coast to coast, we've got you covered with all of the action now through the Final Four in April. Search College Sports Now wherever you get your podcasts and check out herhoopstats.com for all of your women's basketball needs.
Support Gonzaga men's basketball through NIL. Zags Collective is the leading NIL collective supporting Zags student athletes through name, image, and likeness. Zags Collective creates opportunities for student athletes to engage with the community and grow their brand. Plus, you get access to autograph sessions, exclusive events, and more. Become a member today. Go to zagscollective.com and get started.
Want to earn some extra money this winter? Spokane International Airport is hiring multiple seasonal snow removal equipment operators. These are on-call positions for the upcoming winter season from November 2023 till March 2024. You can earn up to $36 an hour. Some positions require a CDL, and previous experience in operating snow removal equipment is highly preferred. Join our team today. Learn more and apply by visiting SpokaneSnow.com.
Zag pep band playing as we have 3:44 to play in the first half. Official timeout on the floor with the Bulldogs trailing the Gaels 25-23. Gonzaga has yet to lead in this basketball game. The Bulldogs have hit 9 of 19 shots now. They're 1 of 5 from 3. Anton Watson has 8 to lead the way for Gonzaga. Meanwhile, Mitchell Saxton has scored 12 points. 7 points for Mahaney. Dukas has scored 2. 11 out of 24 shooting for the Gaels. Well, where are we right now? Zags trailing by 2.
I think we're doing a good job of playing through some physicality. Obviously, we're not rolling offensively, but we're matching their physicality and staying in the game. It's at their pace, but we've shown that we could play in a rock fight as well. So just going to try to create some turnovers, get some long rebounds, maybe get out and run a little bit more. We got to get Graham going. He's still 2 for 5. Ben Gregg yet to take a field goal as well, but we're matching their physicality, and the refs are letting them both teams play. There's been a couple times, even on our side, where I thought, Marshallonis was going to get a couple calls on that. He got drilled on one and went to the floor and ended up to a dunk for Watson. So the refs have revealed early how they're going to allow this game to go.
Nembhard brings it into the front court. Left side of the floor in front of the St. Mary's bench. Gaels lead by 2. Nembhard waits for a screen from Ike. Gets it. Gets into the paint. Little fadeaway jumper is off the mark. I think Ryan thought he might get a whistle there. Forced it a little bit and came up short. Forbes hands it off to Dukas. Out top to Mahaney. Mahaney dribbling to his left now, defended by Ike at the three-point line. Fakes the 3, picks up the dribble. Looking around, able to get it away to Saxon. Right back to Mahaney. 8 seconds to shoot. Nembhard picks up Mahaney on the switch. Mahaney dribbles to his right, gets Nembhard in the air, leans in, misses the jump shot. Ball batted around. Watson comes away with it for the Bulldogs. Saxon hits the deck. Bulldogs have numbers if they hurry. Dukas and Ike get tied up running down the floor. Here's Greg on the far side. Looks down low. Ike catches, goes to work on Forbes and scores. Bulldogs tie it up. It's 25 apiece.
Great duck in from the weak side. Simple basketball, physical basketball. Gonzaga fans getting into it a little bit.
Third tie of the game. Marshallonis dribbling to his left. Little crossover. Bounce it to Saxon. Defended by Greg. Back and Ben down. Keeps dribble live. Ben pokes it away from behind right into the hands of Nembhard. Bulldogs on the run. Nembhard into the front court. Cut off by Mahaney. Bounces to Ike, who leans in, misses. Greg tries a tip dunk. It's no good. Marshallonis comes away with it. Boy, Gramps got to take his time. Saxon with those 2 fouls gave him that layup.
100%. It's got to just go up and finish.
Still tied at 25. Mahaney skips left side. Marshallonis dribbling out top to Mahaney. Left side 3 is on the way and good. Bulldogs had a chance to take their first lead. Instead, they're trailing by 3. Nembhard will bring it up the floor. Nolan Hickman waits to check in at the scores table. Nembhard walks it across the timeline. Waits for the screen from Ike. Gets it. Keeps the dribble live. Gets into the paint. Can't get up a shot. Bounce to Ike. High post left side. Graham backing down Saxon. Kick out Nembhard. Reposts. Nembhard drives. Throws one up. And gets it to go.
Wow. Tough shot. Going away from the basket. Left to right. Probably a 14-foot floater there with a hand in his face.
28-27 is the Gaels' lead. Nembhard has 7. Marshallonis, pass left corner to Forbes. They'll bring it back out top. Gives it back to Marshallonis. Bounces for Saxon. They double him. Kick out Marshallonis. His 3 is good. Bulldogs leave Marshallonis wide open.
I don't know why we're double teaming right there.
It's 31-27. And I think St. Mary's tried to call a timeout there, so Zags were running up the floor, and the officials gave the Gaels the timeout with just under a minute to play. 30-second timeout will keep it here with St. Mary's leading 31-27. So Gonzaga tied it, had a chance to go ahead, could not, and since the Gaels have knocked down a pair of threes, sandwiched in between that was the finish by Nembhard, so it's a 4-point advantage. .9 on the clock. Gonzaga basketball brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Visit Toyota.com or your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. Next up for the Zags and the Gaels, Selection Sunday. Both teams expected to be in the NCAA tournament regardless of the outcome of this contest. Nolan Hickman checks back in. He replaces Stromer, so it's Ike, Greg, Hickman, Nembhard, and Watson for the Bulldogs. Luke Barrett has checked back in for Saxon, who has those 2 personal fouls. Nembhard brings the ball up the floor, hands it off to Watson. To Hickman, a little leave action out top for Nembhard. Passes 3-point line to Watson. Ike's posting, calls for it, gets it. Spins baseline on Forbes, gets his shot up. It's blocked from behind by Marshallonis. Marshallonis across half court with a dribble. Keeps that dribble out there, brings to the left side of the floor. Short pass to Dukas, back out to Marshallonis. Picks it up, needs some help, bounces to Forbes, hands it back to Marshallonis. 7 seconds to shoot. 3-point line. Driving with the left, kicks in the corner to Barrett, fakes the 3, drives into the paint, takes 4 steps, shoots, and it's an air ball. Gonzaga basketball. Dukas telling Barrett to shoot it, but he's missed a couple of 3s from the corner.
He's really struggled this year from 3. I mean, he has no confidence whatsoever. Good defensive possession, though, for Gonzaga.
Bulldogs inbound, 14 seconds to play. First half is off. Huff in for Ike. Nembhard into the front court, gets a screen from Watson, turns the corner, gets all the way to the rim. Shot is rejected by Marshallonis. And we're going to head the other way. Barrett lets it fly and almost hits from half court. Mahaney and Watson are talking. And where in the world are the officials? That conversation took place for about 15 seconds, and you've got three guys in stripes who have no idea what's going on. It's halftime in Las Vegas. We've got fireworks. 31-27, St. Mary's is on top. Halftime show coming your way next. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
When you play the lottery, you are supporting education across Washington, preschool and post-high school. You're providing opportunities to the leaders of tomorrow and a chance at higher learning for those wanting more. You're supporting ABCs and PhDs, priming the next finger paint proteges, and providing tuition for undergrad overachievers. We know today's spelling bee superstars and soon-to-be CEOs appreciate you, and we do too. Thanks for playing.
When you play, all of Washington wins. Must be 18 or older to purchase.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Papa Murphy's $9.99 extra large New York style pizza is a big deal. So we're going big to tell everyone about it. How big? We're talking action movie big. Carving $9.99 XLNY into a mountainside big. And shouting it from the literal mountaintops big. Because the XLNY is everything you can expect from a classic New York style pizza, hot and fresh out of your oven for just $9.99. Order the XLNY pizza at papamurphys.com.
On the Gonzaga Sports Network from Learfield, welcome to the Numerica Credit Union Halftime Show. We'll bring you stats and analysis from the first 20 minutes, as well as a look at scores from around the nation. Now we head back inside the Learfield Network studios.
It's halftime at the Orleans Arena, where the Bulldogs are trailing top seed St. Mary's 31-27, a hotly contested affair in the first 20 minutes here. And the Bulldogs have trailed for the entire first half. Gonzaga fell behind by 9 points early, started a comeback with the point guard, Ryan Nembhard. Waits for a screen from Watson, gets it, dribbles to his right, pulls up, shoots a straightaway three, and hits it. Nembhard knocks it down, and the Bulldogs cut the lead to 2. Tough start for the Bulldogs, Mo. 4 early turnovers. It seemed like they were forcing some shots. That first 20, probably the first 6 or 7 minutes of the first half were not what we've seen out of the Zags in this 9-game win streak.
Yeah, really out of sorts offensively. Got to credit St. Mary's for a good defensive plan early.
The Bulldogs would trail 19-17. They were trailing by 4 again at 23-21 or 23-19 when Nembhard found Watson again to cut the lead to 2. Left-handed flip, no good. Good defense by Stromer. Zags rebound. Ryan brings it the other way. Passes it to Watson. Head of steam. Flushes it with 2 hands. Beautiful look. Beautiful finish. Zags trail by 2. Again, the Bulldogs would cut the lead to 2 with the finish by Anton Watson, who leads Gonzaga with 8 points in the first half, Mo. And they've sent Aiden Mahaney at Anton tonight.
Yeah.
Hopefully he could keep his cool because he's played pretty well in these first 20 minutes.
He's the only one that's kind of having a burst towards the rim. He's had a good first half, but we need more out of all the guys offensively.
The Bulldogs cut the lead to 2, still trailing by 2, this time at 25-23. And the Zags look to their big man, Graham Ike. There's Greg on the far side. Looks down low, Ike catches, goes to work on Forbes and scores. Bulldogs tie it up. It's 25 apiece. That would be our 3rd tie of the first half. But Mo, the Bulldogs had a chance to take the lead after that. Ike went inside. I think he was anticipating some contact from Mitchell Saxon. Saxon playing with 2 fouls, backed off, and Graham couldn't finish right at the rim. And then after that, a couple of threes for St. Mary's, and they've got this 4-point lead.
Yeah, we had a chance there to take the lead, like you said. But considering that we didn't play very good, only down 4 is not bad.
31-27, St. Mary's on top. We're going to take a break here in Las Vegas. Christian Heimel standing by in our Learfield, North Carolina studios with our halftime show score update. Back right after this, you're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
College College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
Want to earn some extra money this winter? Spokane International Airport is hiring multiple seasonal snow removal equipment operators. These are on-call positions for the upcoming winter season from November 2023 to March 2024. You can earn up to $36 an hour. Some positions require a CDL, and previous experience in operating snow removal equipment is highly preferred. Join our team today. Learn more and apply by visiting SpokaneSnow.com.
When you play the lottery, you are supporting education across Washington, preschool and post-high school. You're providing opportunities to the leaders of tomorrow and a chance at higher learning for those wanting more. You're supporting ABCs and PhDs, priming the next finger paint proteges, and providing tuition for undergrad overachievers. We know today's spelling bee superstars and soon-to-be CEOs appreciate you, and we do too.
Thanks for playing. When you play, all of Washington wins. Must be 18 or older to purchase.
Time for a check of the scores around the WCC and around the nation. Let's go to the network studios.
At the break in the Orleans Arena, St. Mary's leading Gonzaga 31-27. Chris Scheimler here with you. Before we get to news and notes from around the country, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Gonzaga men's basketball from Learfield. Earlier today in Las Vegas, the 14th-ranked Gonzaga women looking to capture their 11th WCC tournament title as they took on the Portland Pilots. GU entered the game on a program record 24-game win streak, but struggled scoring the basketball, shooting just 37% from the floor, while the Pilots shot at a 54% clip, pulling off the 67-66 upset win, second straight conference crown for the Pilots. Avant Ejim stellar for the Bulldogs as usual, 17 points, 11 boards. Wasn't enough though. Zags now await their fate as an at-large team come Selection Sunday. On the men's side of the hardwood, 4 more tickets to the big dance being punched tonight across college basketball in our nation's capital. The Coastal Athletic Association Championship featured the top seed and defending champions, the Charleston Cougars, taking on the upstart 7th seed in Stony Brook. This one goes to overtime. Charleston outlasts the Seawolves 82-79 for their second straight conference crown. The Northeast Conference title game also on tap tonight. Merrimack, the top seed, welcomed Wagner to North Andover, Mass. The NEC, a higher seed host tournament. It's the Seahawks going on the road, pulling off the 54-47 upset, clinching a spot in the NCAA tournament for the first time since 2003. Out in Indianapolis, the number 1 seed Oakland Golden Grizzlies held off a tough 6th seed in the Milwaukee Panthers in the Horizon League Championship game, 83-76. This is the first ever Horizon League tournament title for Oakland and their first trip to the big dance since 2011 when they won the Summit League title. Speaking of the Summit League, Denver Pioneers are looking for their first ever trip to the NCAA tournament tonight. To do so, the 7th seed will need to pull off the upset and beat the Summit's regular season champs, the South Dakota Jackrabbits. They've played 8.5 minutes in the first half. South Dakota State all over Denver, 19-5. Big Sky tournament taking place in Boise tonight. It's semifinal action. Sacramento State, who went 4-14 in the regular season, taking on Montana State in the first semifinal. 65-60 Bobcats over Sacramento State with 8 minutes to play in regulation. Tipping off shortly after this one concludes, the Montana Grizzlies will take on the Bengals of Idaho State. This has been a tournament of upsets, as the Grizz are the only team of the remaining 4 in the Big Sky tournament to have a winning conference record. With your scoreboard update, I'm Christian Heimel at the break from the Orleans Arena. 21st ranked St. Mary's leading number 17 Gonzaga in the West Coast Conference Championship game. 31-27 our score at the break. We send things back to Orleans in just a little bit. You're listening to Gonzaga men's basketball from Learfield.
At Wheatland Bank, we're all about relationships, so we couldn't be more proud to announce the relationship of a lifetime. Wheatland Bank is now part of the Glacier family of regional banks. With Glacier at our side, we'll deliver exciting new products and the latest technologies. Still, we're keeping our name. like one of those power couples you read about in the magazines. But still bankers. Wheatland Bank. Relationships you can count on.
Wheatland Bank, a division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
With Progressive Snapshot, you could save on auto insurance rates by driving safely, which is great because you're rarely rewarded for just being you. Ever get rewarded for being left-handed? No. You get to use weird scissors. Your reward for being a Capricorn? Cold birthdays that conflict with the holidays. And your reward for quickly responding to every work email? More emails. But with Snapshot, even left-handed Capricorns with proper email etiquette could get rewarded for good driving. So download the Progressive app today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Snapshot not available in all states or from all agents.
Back at the Orleans Arena, it is halftime of the WCC Tournament Championship game. The top-seeded St. Mary's Gaels leading the Bulldogs 31-27 is our score as we break down our first half statistics. For the Bulldogs' leading scorer, Anton Watson, he played all 20 minutes in the first half, 3 of 6 from the field, 2 of 4 at the free throw line for 8 points. Ryan Nemhard had 7 points in the first half, to go along with 6 assists, 3 turnovers, with 3 out of 5 from the field. The rest of the scoring, Graham Ike, 3 out of 8 from the field. He has 6 points, picked up 2 fouls, played just over 10 and a half minutes in the first half of this basketball game. 2 points for Hickman on 1 of 4 from the field. Brayton Huff had 2 points as well. So the Zags held to just 27 points on 11 of 25 shooting. 1 out of 5 from behind the three-point line, 4 of 6 at the free throw line. Mo, when you look at the offensive numbers for the Bulldogs, what do you see? It looked like they started to get some traction there. They got it up to 50% there, and a little bit of a tough stretch here at the end of the half.
Yeah, it's been going in waves. We've had some, good stretches, and then St. Mary's defense has really clamped down. We just got to try to find some rhythm, maybe get some long rebounds and get out and run. I talked about it in the pregame, and it's always the story with St. Mary's. You've got to try to get out and transition. They're really good in the half court. They grab, they hold. Officials are used to letting them play that way, but if you can get out in transition, obviously that stuff's negated, so we got to try to play a little bit faster.
12 points for Saxon in the first half to go along with 9 rebounds. He had a huge first half, picked up 2 personal fouls, but played a little over 18 minutes. 10 points for Mahaney, who's knocked down a couple of threes. 7 points scored by Marshallonis. Dukas has the only other 2 points for the Gaels, who scored 31 points on 13 of 28 shooting. They were 3 out of 8 from behind the three-point line, and they made both of their free throw attempts in the first half. We talked about the rebounding numbers, Mo. -7 on the glass in the first half for the Bulldogs. 5 offensive rebounds for St. Mary's. They didn't capitalize on those, but -7 on the glass for the Bulldogs. We talked about it. You don't have to be better than them necessarily, but you can't get beat up. But you can't be -14 at the end of this game.
Yeah, absolutely. We got to try to even that out. It's such a big factor in how they play, getting putbacks, and Saxon's had a couple of them, just, point-blank offensive rebounds and putbacks. So we're going to have to really choke down from the other side on that roll situation and really hammer down and try to get those long rebounds and those inside rebounds with our guards.
Bulldogs had 9 assists, 5 turnovers in the first half, but they did a nice job after turning it over 4 times in the first 4+ minutes. They got that settled down a little bit. 8 assists, 7 turnovers for St. Mary's. Points in the paint, +4 for the Gaels. No big surprise with Saxon's first half effort. And the Gaels lead by a score of 31-27 here at the Orleans Arena. Final 20 minutes from Las Vegas coming your way right after this break. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog Basketball from Learfield.
Want to earn some extra money this winter? Spokane International Airport is hiring multiple seasonal snow removal equipment operators. These are on-call positions for the upcoming winter season from November 2023 to March 2024. You can earn up to $36 an hour. Some positions require a CDL, and previous experience in operating snow removal equipment is highly preferred. Join our team today. Learn more and apply by visiting SpokaneSnow.com.
Some banks receive 5-star ratings and think they've arrived. But at Wheatland Bank, we call that just getting started. Now, as a member of the Glacier family of regional banks, we're doing even more of what made us an industry leader. Anticipating Eastern Washington's growing needs with more expertise, more technology, more resources, well, more everything. The new, even better Wheatland Bank. What more do you need? Seriously, we're asking.
Wheatland Bank, a division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
When you play the lottery, you are supporting education across Washington, preschool and post-high school. You're providing opportunities to the leaders of tomorrow and a chance at higher learning for those wanting more. You're supporting ABCs and PhDs, priming the next finger paint proteges, and providing tuition for undergrad overachievers. We know today's spelling bee superstars and soon-to-be CEOs appreciate you, and we do too. Thanks for playing.
When you play, all of Washington wins. Must be 18 or older to purchase.
Gaels lead 31-27. Almost time for the second half. In an interesting situation here as the teams were getting ready for the second half. Our lead official, Michael Reed, called Alex Dukas and Anton Watson together. Got them together at half court. Had them shake hands. Trying to maybe diffuse a little bit of some chippiness that's gone on. Aiden Mahaney has really gone after Anton a couple of times on rebounds and has been talking a lot. Anton's been talking back. But it's kind of interesting. You don't see that very often, Mo, where it's like, at halftime you pull those two guys over.
He went to the captains, right?
Yeah.
And say, hey, look, talk to your guy. I don't want to have to talk to your guy, but calm your guy down. It's just a fair warning, basically telling him I'm watching. All eyes are on those two right now. So, I think that is good officiating. This is a highly contested game. It's going to be physical, but you don't want any cheap shots either way. And you just give you guys fair warning. Like, I'm watching you guys right now. And so play clean, play hard.
Extended halftime here at the Orleans Arena. Again, the Bulldogs did not lead in the first half. St. Mary's led for almost 17 minutes. We've had 3 ties in the first 20 minutes of play. A little different story than the first 2 meetings where Gonzaga led for the majority of the game that they lost 64-62 in Spokane. And then they led most of the way in the win in Moraga. St. Mary's leading for nearly 17 minutes here in the first half in the championship game in Las Vegas. So the starters on the floor, Nembhard, Hickman, Gregg, Ike, and Watson. Graham plays with 2 personal fouls. St. Mary's coming out with Marshallonis, Mahaney, Saxon, Forbes, and Dukas. Saxon has 2 personals, as does Marshallonis. St. Mary's will have the ball to open the second half and a 4-point lead. Second half underway. Inbound to Marshallonis in the backcourt. It's picked up defensively by Hickman as he dribbles between a circle. Screen from Saxon, dribbles to his right, pass back over to Forbes, 3-point line. Hand off to Mahaney. Mahaney to the free throw line, back to Forbes. He drives and lays it in. Well, that looked easy. 33-27, 6-point lead. Nembhard has it for GU. Defended by Marshallonis. Gives it up to Hickman, coming off his screen. Little one-hander. Good. Nolan knocks it down. He needs to get going for the Bulldogs here. His second field goal on 5 attempts.
That was the same play they ran last night to get him going. A curl screen, floater in the lane. He did the same thing last half.
Marshallonis gets a screen from Saxon, dribbles to his right. Driving with the left hand. Hickman got a hand on it. Marshallonis. Is that Graham?
Hickman.
Oh, it was Hickman. I didn't see that. Nolan's first. And they're going to say it was a shooting foul. I didn't see that either. Marshallonis will step to the free throw line. 33-29, Gaels lead early second half. First free throw is good for Marshallonis. 79% on the year. Makes them both. And again, the lead is 6. Gaels led by as many as 9 in the first half. Nembhard brings the ball across the timeline. Marshallonis picks him up defensively. Ike sets a screen. Nembhard driving with the left, gives it back to Ike, spins, and he's called for a travel. Bulldogs turn it over for the 6th time tonight. Marshallonis brings it across half court. Pass over to Mahaney. Goes with the left, cut off by Nembhard. Pass back over to Marshallonis. In the corner for Dukas. He'll catch and shoot. That three is no good. Rebound chased down in the near corner by Hickman. Long pass up the sideline to Nembhard. Ryan driving with the left hand, bumped off course by Marshallonis. Kicks it back out to Greg for a three. It's no good. Front rim. Long rebound to Mahaney. Gets it up to Dukas. Thought about a three. Now will drive with the left hand. Bounces it down low for Mahaney, who dribbles away from pressure. Dukas looks down low. Marshallonis catches. Backing down Ike. Gets into the paint. Graham blocks the shot. And a really late whistle. Graham thought he got all ball. That's 3 personals. And Coach Few was staring down the official.
I thought he got all ball.
I did too. It was clean.
That's his third.
Graham picks up his third. And Saxon will step to the free throw line.
It's a big call.
Yeah, it really is.
Third personal with early in the second half. And Ike.
Saxon misses the first free throw. Bulldogs have not been able to get out and run like they did in Moraga. 35-29, 18-11 to play. Saxon goes 1 out of 2. 36-29 is the St. Mary's advantage. Nembhard between the circles, passes over to Hickman. It's a screen from Ike. Spins away from pressure. Throws up the one-hander, comes up short. Ike tips it. Ball knocked around, and again, St. Mary's comes away with a rebound. Marshallonis brings the ball up the floor. Passes in the left corner. Mahaney catch and shoot three. He hits it. A defender in his face and extends the lead to 10. It's the biggest lead St. Mary's has had tonight. Ike down low, going to work on Saxon. Can't get up a shot. Mahaney comes over on a double team. Mahaney is trying to rip the ball away. And they're going to call jump ball. Alternating possessions. Gonzaga's going to have it. Ryan Nembhard trying to settle down his teammates here who've fallen behind by 10.
Hey, ref, he won! Trouble!
Nembhard inbound on the baseline, pass into Ike, hands it back to Nembhard. Screen from Ike, Nembhard dribbles to his left, fakes the three, bounces it back to Ike, gets into the paint, and he scores.
Looks like it's the same contact.
Yeah, it's the exact same contact. 39-31. Bulldogs cut the lead to 8 on the bucket from Ike, but a lot of contact from Saxon. Mahaney has it just inside a half court. Saxon sets a screen. He dribbles to his left. And a shake and bake, 17-footer, no good. Greg had the rebound poked away from him, and then Forbes has the rebound poked away, and a whistle on Gonzaga. And it's going to go against Anton Watson. Thought Ben had pretty good rebounding position in there. Saxon was able to knock it away. 3 minutes gone by, second half. Marshallonis looks to inbound. Passes into Mahaney. Mahaney will step back and shoot a three. Bulldogs got confused defensively there. We talked about Mahaney. He can get streaky, and if you give him that one, he's going to knock it down.
Yeah.
Coach Few calls a timeout. It's a full timeout. We're going to take it as well. Zags have some work to do here in Las Vegas. Gaels lead at 42-31, 16:47 to play. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog Basketball from Lear Field.
Want to earn some extra money this winter? Spokane International Airport is hiring multiple seasonal snow removal equipment operators. These are on-call positions for the upcoming winter season from November 2023 to March 2024. You can earn up to $36 an hour. Some positions require a CDL, and previous experience in operating snow removal equipment is highly preferred. Join our team today. Learn more and apply by visiting SpokaneSnow.com.
BECU, You've heard the name, seen the letters. But what does BECU stand for? Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people. For charting your own path. For choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else. Because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU. Power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join. Federally insured by NCUA.
Papa Murphy's $9.99 extra large New York style pizza is a big deal. So we're going big to tell everyone about it. How big? We're talking action movie big. Carving $9.99 XLNY into a mountainside big. And shouting it from the literal mountaintops big. Because the XLNY is everything you can expect from a classic New York style pizza, hot and fresh out of your oven for just $9.99. Order the XLNY pizza at papamurphys.com.
St. Mary's has opened up an 11-point lead over the Bulldogs with 16:47 to play in our basketball game. The Zags calling a timeout, trying to slow things down. We talked about Aiden Mahaney. He's knocked down a couple of big ones. We talked about broken plays, and that's when St. Mary's is at its best. I mean, Saxon has 13 points, 11 rebounds. Mahaney now has 16 points. He's 4 or 5 shooting threes. Mose, a couple of those have been on scramble plays. A couple have just been defensive miscues, and he's making the Bulldogs pay.
Yeah, he's had a really good game. It's probably his best game he's had against Gonzaga, and obviously there's plenty of time left. 16:47 in the second half. 6 for 9. You mentioned the 4 or 5 from downtown, so we got to do a better job of slowing him down. And then minus 10 on the glass for our guys getting taken to the woodshed in that regard. So we got to figure some out. Plenty of game left, but you can't let this lead expand and make it really tough to come back.
Zags come out of the timeout. Watson, Ike, Gregg, Demhard, and Hickman. Starters for St. Mary's still out there as well. Gonzaga will inbound from in front of the GU bench. Watson inbounds to Nemhard. Pass to Ike on the perimeter. One dribble handoff to Hickman. One-hander over left side to Nemhard. Dribbles back to his right, pass to Hickman. Watson posts up on Forbes. Backing him down. Mahaney bluffs, pass out to Hickman. Repost, right to Watson. Spins on Forbes and scores. Tough finish for Anton Watson.
Yeah, big bucket coming out of the timeout. Just a simple, get it to one of your best guys inside.
It's 42-33. Marshall Onis directing traffic out top. Waits for a screen from Forbes. Dribbles to his left. Zags trap him over on the far side. Gets it away to Saxon. Knocked away by Gregg. Saxon hands it off. And a foul is called on Ben Gregg on a reach-in.
Foul 33, Ben Gregg. His
First foul on Gregg. That's already 14 fouls on the Bulldogs, and we haven't played 4 minutes. Mahaney has the ball. His team with a 9-point lead in the second half. Mahaney dribbling to his right. Zags trap him again. Now back off. Mahaney, it's at a 5-second call. You've got one guy trying to call a timeout. You've got the official counting 5. And they give him the timeout. And with that, we have an official timeout on the floor. 15:56 to play in our basketball game. 42-33. Back after this, St. Mary's on top. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
BECU. You've heard the name, seen the letters. But what does BECU stand for? Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people. For charting your own path. For choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else. Because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU. Power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join. Federally insured by NCUA.
When staring down the barrel of a crispy fish, fish and cheddar, and classic roast beef, it's pretty obvious that roast beef isn't wild-caught Alaskan pollock. Excellent observation skills. Now, what do they all have in common? They're just 2 for $6 at Arby's. You are killing it, sandwich sleuth. Now reward yourself with Arby's 2 for $6 classic roast beef and crispy fish sandwich deal. Arby's, we have the meats.
At participating Arby's for a limited time, tax not included.
Feeling those winter blues? Boost your energy with Wake Up Call's signature Mad Hatter energy during Mad Hatter Happy Hour. Every Monday through Friday from 4 to close, enjoy a 24-ounce Mad Hatter for $3.75 and a 32-ounce Mad Hatter for $5.50. It'll add that extra pep in your step you need to cheer on the Zags. Cheers to drinking local with Wake Up Call.
Zags continue to trail the Gaels. They have not led in tonight's game. It's 42-33 St. Mary's, 15:56 to play in our ball game. We'll listen to coverage of NCAA championships on the Varsity Network app powered by Learfield. Fans can hear Westwood One's exclusive national coverage along with most school broadcasts through a multicast option. That's only on the Varsity Network app, available for free in your app store. The Bulldogs have been tied with the Gaels on 3 separate occasions in this game, but St. Mary's has led for 21 minutes. The Zags have yet to lead. The biggest lead has been 11 points for St. Mary's. That came about a minute ago. The Bulldogs struggled to find their footing here, to be quite honest, Mo. We talked about just matching that energy level with St. Mary's. I mean, they've come out and you always say it's a cliche, but it's true. Have been the aggressor.
Yep. Every single time they've been the aggressor, and they've plus 10 on the glass. They've gotten the better whistle. They're 5 for 11 from downtown, 16 of 34 overall, so 47%. We've got to find something here, but there's plenty of game left, but we can't let the lead expand.
Inbound to Marshallonis, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Dribbles to his left. Zags trap him. Spins, bounces in the paint. Saxon catches, loses it. It's out of bounds. The official's going to say the Zags touched it. Yeah. So it's going to be St. Mary's basketball with 1 second on the clock.
He was going to call foul on the swipe down, but good, no call with a lot of leather.
Marshallonis going to inbound. Passes in, the shot clock expires, and they're going to wave it off. The shot went in for Mahaney, but the shot clock went off, and the Gaels fans aren't going to like it, but they don't have the 10th of a second deal on here. I mean, as soon as he caught it, the clock went to 0, so that'll be a turnover on the Gaels. The officials are going to go and review it. I think Randy Bennett asked for that, but they're going to see that, at least from where we're sitting, I thought, Mo, it came well after the clock. Yep, they waved it off. Shot clock violation. Bulldogs get it back, trailing 42-33. Mahaney feeling it tonight.
Yeah, that was a tough shot. Luckily, it didn't count.
42-33. Watson behind the play. To Ike out top. Couple dribbles to Greg. Now to Watson. Left side, Nembhard. Bounce back to Watson. Drives, pulls up. One-hander, good. All net for Anton. He's got 4 straight points for the Zags. 42-35 is the lead for St. Mary's. Mahaney gets a screen from Forbes. Bounces it back to Forbes on the right wing. Retreats with a dribble. Out to Mahaney again. Forbes one more time. Passes left side, Dukas. Thought about a 3, pulled it down. Drives, spins, steps back. Can't get up a shot. Bounced it for Forbes. Forbes into the paint on Ike. Had the shot blocked, but I think Graham was called for his 4th personal.
It's a big moment.
He was. And Mo, that's another one, and we've seen that for the Bulldogs a couple times tonight. Graham did all the work.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and let him shoot that thing. He's off balance. He hasn't played a lot.
Yep. He's only got 2 points, Forbes, so that's tough break. But again, it goes to the earlier couple calls, that the charge call in the first half, that it was called a block. That was absolutely horrendous. As Forbes makes his first. He was 0 for 8 from the free throw line yesterday, so that's
a 32% free throw shooter.
So it's a sarcastic cheer from the St. Mary's fans.
That one rims out, 1 out of 2. 43-35 is the Gaels' lead. Braden Huff is in. Watson has it. Passes left side to Nembhard. To Huff out top. Back to Nembhard. Driving with the left hand. Marshallonis cuts him off. Nembhard keeps the dribble live, retreats. 8 seconds to shoot. Into the corner. Thought about shooting it. Couldn't. Passes it away to Greg. Ben sticks the 3 over Dukas. See if that gets the Bulldogs going. They cut the lead to 5.
Yeah, big time 3. Pretty good possession defensively for St. Mary's.
Fans getting going at the 14:30 mark. Mahoney bounces to Forbes, cut off by Nembhard. Bulldogs have Forbes in all sorts of trouble, and then a tie-up. No, they're going to give him a timeout, and now we've got tempers flaring in front of the Gaels bench. It's been happening, and now here's Randy Bennett complaining. Zags are fired up. The fans are fired up. That meeting between the official and the team captains, Mo, didn't do a lot to ease tensions here in the building. So the timeout was called, 14:19 to play. It's a 30-second timeout for the Gaels. They'll have 15 seconds to shoot. So now let's see what the officials are doing. And again, Mo, part of that for me with Forbes, he's holding the ball. The Zags are all over him. Nembhard either tied him up or he didn't, but don't let it turn into a scrum.
Yeah, no, you're right. Sometimes you got to be quicker on the whistle to get control. Now, it doesn't mean you call everything, but it's, go quick, get away from each other, fellas. You know what I mean? And so it's interesting to see what the heck's going on.
The officials will not tell the coaching staff for GU if it's a 30-second timeout or not. Like the Gaels are sitting down over there, and it's supposed to be a 30, so I think the official's going to walk over and tell them to stand up. So it's a 30-second timeout called by St. Mary's, but they're going to review that last play. Mo and I have mentioned we do not have replays here in the building, so didn't quite see what happened. I mean, the Bulldogs were all over Forbes. It looked like a turnover waiting to happen. Nembhard trying to tie him up, and then a timeout was called and granted to St. Mary's. That's when tempers flared a little bit, so we haven't had an opportunity to see it here. And the officials are taking their time here, checking out the replay monitor. 43-38 is the score. St. Mary's has the lead. We still have 14 minutes and 19 seconds to play. So the officials continue to look at it. Christian back in our studios has an opportunity to see the replays, watching along with us. Potentially Alex Dukas came in late and swiped at the ball that Nembhard was holding after he had taken it away from Forbes. So we'll wait to see what the officials have to say. Anxious moments here for both teams. Everybody's just standing around, milling around while the officials have the conversation. 12 points for Watson. He's the only Zag in double figures right now. Nembhard has 7. Greg has 5. Graham Ike sits on the bench with 4 personal fouls. He has scored 8 points in the game. Big stretch for Braden Huff, Mo, the 14-20 mark.
Yeah, there's a lot obviously on the line in this game. The temperature's already red hot, so you've got to be ready to go when you come into the game. Doesn't mean you're just scoring. You got to be ready on your toes.
So they assessed Ryan Nembhard with a technical foul after all that.
Yeah, and Dukas.
And Dukas as well.
Offsetting.
So offsetting technical fouls. And St. Mary's, after calling the timeout, will inbound. Coach Pugh not happy with that. Dukas gets it into Mahaney. Screen from Saxon, pass back to the big man on the perimeter, hands it back to Mahaney. For Saxon again, fakes the pass, drives, challenged by Huff, who blocks the shot. Watson out and running. He's into the front court. Dukas slows him down. Watson bobbles, but right into the hands of Nembhard. Drives with the left hand, gets into the paint, scoops it up and in. Bulldogs cut the lead to 3.
Great finish from Nembhard. Great defensive play at the rim for Braden Huff. Just talked about it.
Zags fans getting loud. Saxon, three-point line left side. Hands it off to Dukas. In the corner to Marshallonis. Dribbles out off the Saxon screen, picks it up for Mahaney. Back to Marshallonis, 8 seconds on the clock. Calls for a screen. Gets it to the free throw line. Bounces back to Saxon, and this time they're going to call a foul as Huff came over and body bumped him. Braden's first foul will send Saxon to the free throw line. Saxon's 3 for 4 tonight. St. Mary's is led by as many as 11. The Bulldogs have cut it to 3 as Saxon steps to the line. And hits the first. Second one is no good, and there's going to be a foul against Dukas as he knocked Braden Huff to the ground in the fight for the rebound. And we'll head the other way.
Third personal for Dukas. That's a developing situation depth-wise for St. Mary's.
He picks up his third. Nemhard brings him to the front court. It's a 4-point game. It's a screen from Watson. Dribbles to his right. Can't shake free of Marshallonis. It's another screen from Watson. Dribble on top of the key. Bounce. Stanton at the three-point line. Backing down Forbes. Still backing him down with the right-handed dribble. Gets into the paint. Spins to the baseline. Can't get up a shot. Pass out to Greg at the three-point line. 5 seconds to shoot. Ben drives. Cut off by Dukas. Bounces in the paint for Huff, who's fouled as he goes up for the shot. He'll shoot two. .58 to play as Huff steps to the free throw line.
Great cut and find. Saxon's third foul. So again, a reason why I keep mentioning these, this St. Mary's team historically, and especially this year, not very deep. Only likes to play 6.5 guys. Foul situations early. 12:58 left in the ball game early in this half. See if that comes into play.
Huff's first good. Second one is as well. 44-42 St. Mary's. Marshallonis across half court. Can't get the handoff to Mahaney. Passes away to Saxon. Hands it right back. Bounce to Saxon again into the paint. Kicks it left side. Extra pass Mahaney. He's got another three on the way. That one won't go down. And it's Huff who secures the rebound for the Bulldogs. Hands it off to Nemhard. Up the right side into the front court. He'll pull up. Shoot the three for the lead. No good. Rebound fought for. Kept right in the hands of Forbes.
Hero shot.
Mahaney walks across half court. Saxon comes out to set a screen. Bulldogs trap. Pass to Saxon. Dribbles into the paint. Leaves it for Forbes. Cutting baseline who lays it in. Now Nemhard. The Bulldogs trailing 46-42. It's a screen from Huff. Dribbles to his left. All the way across the floor. Now back out top. One-handed pass in the corner. Far side Huff. Right back out to Nemhard. 11 seconds to shoot. Nemhard drives, hangs, misses. Ball batted and secured by Marshallonis. Zags had a chance to tie or take the lead. St. Mary's has it back up to 4. Mahaney passes to Forbes. Extra pass right corner. Back to Forbes. Huff comes over and challenges. Won't go down, but Forbes headed to the free throw line. We have an official timeout in Las Vegas. Still a lot of basketball to be played. 11:36 on the clock. Gaels 46, Zags 42. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
BECU. You've heard the name, seen the letters. But what does BECU stand for? Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people. For charting your own path. For choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else. Because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU. Power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join. Federally insured by NCUA.
Did you know that breast cancer deaths have declined by more than 37% since the introduction of annual screening mammography in the 90s? The data doesn't lie. Early detection saves lives. If you're 40 or older, call Inland Imaging at 509-455-4455 or go to inlandimaging.com/schedule to schedule your annual mammogram. Ask us about evening and weekend appointments. Inland Imaging, for answers you can trust and care you can count on.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
St. Mary's 46, Gonzaga 42. We have 11 minutes, 36 seconds to play in our ball game here at the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. Championship game of the WCC tournament. Well, hey, Zach fans, the Xfinity 10G network, get the fastest internet with faster speeds rolling out every day. Enjoy a reliable connection so everyone can be online at once, even during peak hours. Introducing the next generation 10G network, only from Xfinity. Zags have hit 5 of their last 7 shots, Mo, to get back in this thing. Anton Watson leading the way with 12. Nemhard has 9 to go along with 10 assists. And Zags gaining some traction. Let's see if they can keep coming back from that 11-point deficit.
Yeah, shooting it better in the second half, 6 of 10. So what was it, 11-point lead at one point, so we climbed back into it. It's a highly contested game. We got to make better decisions on the offensive end. I'd like for us to go inside to Anton every single time. I like that matchup against Forbes. Let him play off of it. We'll see what happens, but that was a good foul on Forbes, who's going to the line, 38% free throw shooter, 1 for 2 tonight, right?
Yeah. Braden Huff checks out. Dusty Stromer in for the first time in the second half. Forbes' first free throw rattles out. Smaller lineup for Bulldogs. Haven't seen this one very often this year. Ike and Huff both on the bench. Forbes goes 1 for 2. Checks out.
Take Forbes out wisely and put Barrett in. Small since Dusty went in. Makes sense.
Nemhard brings it across half court for the Bulldogs, who trail it by 5. Screen from Watson. Fires pass over right side to Gray. Ben dribbles once, hands it off to Stromer in front of the GU bench. Now out to Hickman between the circles. Screen from Watson. Penetrates, trying to bounce it back to Watson. It's chased down by Nemhard. Loose ball. I think St. Mary's maybe tipped it. Nemhard with 6 seconds to shoot. A crossover. Forces one. Wouldn't go down. Stromer flies in and tips it, but right into the hands of Marshallonis. Nemhard's had a couple of tough looks here over the last minute or so. 47-42. Mahaney out top. Pass left side to Barrett. Looking down low for Saxon. Can't get it there to Mahaney instead. Mahaney drives, leans in, flips it up off the glass. A nifty finish. And the lead's back to 7. 10:40 to play. Greg hands it off to Nemhard. Turns the corner with left hand, bounces it down low. It's Watson sweeping across the paint. Shot won't go. Gregg with the offensive rebound. Put back attempt is good, and he's fouled. Ben Gregg flying around. He's a little bit banged up. He'll lay on the ground now, help himself up, and head to the free throw line.
That big time rebound and traffic right there. Gets the N1 opportunity. Man, they're letting them play inside. Both teams are just...
Barrett's trying to take credit for the foul. And the officials do point at him, say it's him. I didn't see. There was so many bodies flying and arms flying. So they took it away from Saxon. That was the original call for his 4th, and they give it to Barrett, his 1st. Gregg's free throw won't go. 49-44 is the St. Mary's lead. Marshallonis across half court. Short pass to Mahaney. Screen from Dukas. Driving with the left hand again, pushes off, kicks it in the corner. Barrett dribbles away from pressure. He's kind of spinning around out there. Hands it back to Mahaney. 7 seconds to shoot. Mahaney driving, had it poked away, got it back, leans in, forces, Stromer blocks, Watson chases it down. Nemhard on the run. Nemhard on Dukas. A lot of contact. Shot comes up short. And St. Mary's comes away with a basketball. Well, Ryan had Nolan open in the left corner, but also...
Got to make that.
Yep, and Dukas should have been a 3-point opportunity. Bumped him off balance. Zags miss a chance to cut into the lead. Here's Marshallonis driving and finishing with that left hand. 51-44, 9:26 to play. Hickman driving on Marshallonis. There's a whistle and a foul. And Marshallonis picks up his 2nd personal. Coach Pugh is screaming at the official about that no call on Nemhard on the drive. Ryan lobs it in for Watson. Catches power dribble. Can't get up a shot. Kicks it out to Stromer. Left side for Hickman. Screen from Watson. Little shake on Mahaney. Gets up the one-hander and finishes. 51-46, the St. Mary's lead as we approach 9 minutes to play. Marshallonis dribbling to the left wing. Defended by Gregg. Drives, loses the handle. Stromer has it. And a foul is going to be called on Marshallonis, who dives on the ground. And he's saying, I didn't do anything. But
yeah, he's asking the ref saying, what do you want me to do? He would have gave up a layup. It's actually a smart foul again. That's his third, but it's a NBA. If anybody listening understand the NBA, it's a clear path. We would have got a layup right there. So actually a smart foul.
You know what's interesting, Mo? They've got that as his third. I thought we had him for a second foul. Remember, because he had the one that you called the same thing on a breakout, and then I thought he had his second foul there in the first half.
He did, so
this is three now. Okay, yeah. We're three now. There we go. Yeah, they just changed it. That's my fault. You're right. Here's Nembhard out top. Little hesitation. Drives. Is cut off. Finds Watson. One-hander up and in. Just clears the front of the rim. Bulldogs cut the lead to 3. Zags fans on their feet. Mahaney driving on Gregg. Wouldn't go down. Saxon goes over the back. That's got to be a foul on the big man. It is. And that's number 4.
It's a big call. Great job by the officials on that one. He's clearly over the back. Great box out. Now we are in the bonus with 8:23. Big moment in this game.
Saxon checks out. Forbes is back in. 51-48. Watson to the free throw line. Anton's first is all net. Watson leading the Zags in scoring tonight. He has 14. Second for Ton is good as well. It's a 1-point St. Mary's advantage. 8:20 to play. Marshallonis to his left. It's a screen from Forbes. Back to his right. To Barrett. Pass out to Mahaney. Just inside a half court of the dribble. Switch up defensively now on Watson. Crossover. Watson pokes it away. Mahaney gets it back. 8 seconds to shoot. Spins. Can't get up a shot. Tries to bounce it inside. Stolen by Nembhard. He's on the run. Passes in the corner for Hickman. He catches it after it was tipped by Marshallonis, and the Zags will set up the offense. Here's Nembhard out top. Here's a post up. Watson posting up Mahaney, who wraps his arm around Mahaney, hits his head in the ground as he goes to the floor, and is whistled for the personal foul, his second. We have an official timeout on the floor. Mahaney holding his right ear. Looks a little dazed as he heads back to the bench. Zags fans into it. It's 51-50 St. Mary's. Watson to the free throw line when we come back. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Want to earn some extra money this winter? Spokane International Airport is hiring multiple seasonal snow removal equipment operators. These are on-call positions for the upcoming winter season from November 2023 to March 2024. You can earn up to $36 an hour. Some positions require a CDL, and previous experience in operating snow removal equipment is highly preferred. Join our team today. Learn more and apply by visiting SpokaneSnow.com.
Have you tried Wake Up Call's signature energy drink, Mad Hatter? Made with 12 all-natural ingredients and 11% less sugar, it's bound to help you keep those New Year's resolutions. Try it during Mad Hatter Happy Hour, every Monday through Friday from 4 to close. It'll add that extra pep in your step you need to cheer on the Zags. Drink local, drink Wake Up Call.
We care about your safety. If you need to break ground on a new outdoor project, be aware that buried electric and natural gas lines can be anywhere. It's the law to call 811 at least 2 business days before you dig. Spray paint white lines showing your dig zone, and a crew will mark the utility lines. Mark accuracy zone is within 2 feet of the mark, so always hand dig to expose the line first. Call 811 before you dig. The service is free for residential customers. Avista, we just want you to be safe.
Gonzaga on a 6-0 run in the last 90 seconds to cut St. Mary's lead to 1. It's 51-50 with 7:41 to play in our basketball game. Anton Watson, the only Zag in double figures. He has 16 points on 6 of 10 shooting. Ryan Nemhard has 9. He's 4 of 10 from the field. Also has 11 assists tonight. Graham Ike has been saddled with foul trouble all night long. He's got 4 fouls. Has played only 15 and a half minutes. He scored 8 points. Nolan Hickman has 6. Ben Gregg with 7. Braden Huff has scored 4 points. Zags shooting out 20 out of 41 from the field. 9 of 16 Mo in the second half.
Yeah, doing a better job of getting better shots and then attacking and getting to the foul line within the bonus, creating foul pressure. It's been just a highly contested game. Gonzaga minus 10 on the glass. Did a good job of cleaning up the turnover stuff. Remember, we had 4 early. We're only at 6, so 2 from the first media timeout on. Gonna have to continue to take care of the basketball. Watson go to the line for 1-on-1 here out of the timeout.
First for Anton is good. Watson's second rattles around and drops. The Bulldogs have their first lead of the night. It's 52-51. Marshallonis into the front court. Screen from Dukas. Dribbles to his left on Stromer. Gets into the paint. Flips it up with the left. He misses. Forbes couldn't get the rebound to go. Tipped out by Saxon. They work it to Mahaney. In the corner, Marshallonis. Another rebound for St. Mary's. Mahaney defended by Stromer. Crosses over. Dribbles to his right. Feeds Saxon. Knocked away by Gregg, and Ben's going to be whistled for the personal foul.
I like that foul, though. He had him squared up. Pretty good possession defensively. Saxon, a decent free throw shot. I don't know why fouling that's his spot, right, Huddy? Just come over and double high hands instead of swipe down.
Saxon to the line. First one is good. Second one, uses all the rim, gets it to go. Gaels up by 1. Nemhard across half court with the dribble. He's met by Marshallonis. Screen from Watson, dribbles to his left. Cut off. Pass back out to Hickman. Nolan pulls up, shoots a straightaway 3. Won't go down. Saxon, good position, has a rebound. Zags trail 52-51. We've gone under 7 minutes to play. Marshallonis defended by Stromer. Driving with that left hand, a little push off, gets into the paint, bounces it on the baseline to Forbes, who flushes with 2 hands. Boy, Saxon just blocked everybody out with that big body and opened up a lane. 55-52 Gaels. Nemhard has it. Right sideline pass to Hickman, back out to Nemhard. Poked away by Marshallonis, gets it back. Pulls up, shoots a 3. It goes over the backboard and out of bounds. Bulldogs trailing by 3. That would have tied it, but off the mark. And St. Mary's will have it back with 6:18 to play. Marshallonis into the front court. Dribbles to his right, now back to his left. With the left elbow, gives it up to Mahaney, drives baseline, cut off by Nemhard. Picks up the dribble, feeds Forbes. Dribbles away from pressure out to Marshallonis. Bounce back, it's poked away, and the Bulldogs are going to have the basketball. No, the official, I think he missed that one. I thought the Gaels were last to touch, but it's going to stay with St. Mary's. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Saxon's going to check out. They'll bring Barrett in. Saxon playing with those 4 fouls. Graham Ike sitting with 4. Dukas inbound to Mahaney. Picks up his dribble, looks down low, pass deflected by Nemhard. Zags come away with a steal. Nemhard brings it up the floor for GU. Zags trail by 3. Watson sets a screen. Pass back left side to Hickman. Watson calls for it. He's got it high post left side. Faces up on the defender Forbes. Kick out to Hickman. Repost. Watson again. Back and Forbes down, gets across the paint, up, rattles around, wouldn't go. Ball tipped. Forbes knocked it away from Watson, and the Gaels have another rebound. Approaching 5 minutes to play. 55-52 Gaels. Dukas, left side pass. It's Barrett over there. To Forbes, now Mahaney. Left side Barrett, catches and shoots. That three comes up well short. Ball is loose. Forbes comes away with a rebound. Kick out to Mahaney, who hits the three. Exactly what happened in Spokane for this St. Mary's team when they won that game up there. Nemhard had a hand on it, couldn't control it. Another offensive rebound for St. Mary's, a scramble play. Mahaney hits the three, and the lead is back to 6 with 4:54 to play. This timeout, a full timeout. Let's take it with the Zags as well. Gonzaga came back and briefly took the lead, but St. Mary's has responded. It's 58-52. Back right after this, you're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Want to earn some extra money this winter? Spokane International Airport is hiring multiple seasonal snow removal equipment operators. These are on-call positions for the upcoming winter season from November 2023 to March 2024. You can earn up to $36 an hour. Some positions require a CDL, and previous experience in operating snow removal equipment is highly preferred. Join our team today. Learn more and apply by visiting SpokaneSnow.com.
We care about your safety. If you need to break ground on a new outdoor project, be aware that buried electric and natural gas lines can be anywhere. It's the law to call 811 at least 2 business days before you dig. Spray paint white lines showing your dig zone, and a crew will mark the utility lines. Mark accuracy zone is within 2 feet of the mark, so always hand dig to expose the line first. Call 811 before you dig. The service is free for residential customers. Avista, we just want you to be safe.
Zags came back from an 11-point deficit to take a 1-point lead. St. Mary's has responded and has pushed it back to 6 with 4:54 to play. So we've got some commotion up in the stands, Mo, some fans back and forth, and it's heated everywhere here tonight at the Orleans. Nemhard to Greg, to Watson. Graham Ike's back with those 4 fouls. He's got it between the circles, dribbles once, hands it off to Hickman. Out top for Watson. Bounce for Ike. Saxon defends, Graham scores.
Great bucket, great play after the timeout. Got to get a stop here.
58-54, Marciulionis into the front court to Forbes. Zags trying to overcome a minus 14 on the glass. Marciulionis, little hesitation. Retreats with the dribble, loses it, but chases it down before it goes out of bounds. 10 seconds to shoot. Marciulionis picks up his dribble, spins, passes to Saxon at the three-point line. Back to Marciulionis, 4 seconds to shoot. He does. The three is no good. The rebound is chased down by Forbes. He just throws it up for grabs, and Marciulionis comes away with it. Make it minus 15 on the glass. Mahaney has it out top. They are more than content running this clock down. Mahaney defended by Ike, drives, throws it up, misses. Saxon tries to tip, but a foul's going to go against the Bulldogs. Ryan Nemhard, they got him on the undercut. And we have an official timeout in Las Vegas. Bulldogs trail by 4. It's 58-54, 3:48 to play. We're back right after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Support Gonzaga men's basketball through NIL. Zags Collective is the leading NIL collective supporting Zags student athletes through name, image, and likeness. Zags Collective creates opportunities for student athletes to engage with the community and grow their brand. Plus, you get access to autograph sessions, exclusive events, and more. Become a member today. Go to zagscollective.com and get started.
At Wheatland Bank, we're all about relationships, so we couldn't be more proud to announce the relationship of a lifetime. Wheatland Bank is now part of the Glacier family of regional banks. With Glacier at our side, we'll deliver exciting new products and the latest technologies. Still, we're keeping our name, like one of those power couples you read about in the magazines. But you know, still bankers. Wheatland Bank. Relationships you can count on.
Wheatland Bank, a division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
.348 to play in Las Vegas. St. Mary's leads 58-54. Let's take 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield. St. Mary's has secured the last 5 rebounds and are now plus 15 on the glass. I think it would be an understatement to say if you don't change that real quick here in the final 348, you don't have a chance.
Yeah, you got to toughen up and maybe box some guys out and just hopefully your guards can fly in from the perimeter, but they're just absolutely pushing us in the back, and Forbes has got 5 offensive. Saxon's got 5 offensive rebounds. Got to do a better job boxing out. It's an understatement.
Saxon to the free throw line. First one for the big man comes up short. Second one is good. 59-54. Bulldogs moving around the perimeter in the hands of Nembhard. To Ike, hands it off to Hickman. Now Watson out top. To Hickman again. Feeds Ike, defended by Saxon. Both play with 4 personals. Graham backing him down. All sorts of contact. Graham can't get up a shot. Fires a one-handed pass out to Nembhard. Gets a screen from Ike. Steps back, left elbow, thought about shooting, instead bounces it to Graham. Graham gets up a shot. It's way off the mark, and another rebound. Mahaney grabs it this time. Coach Few telling the official it's 2-hand shove. That's exactly what it was on Graham's first attempt. Mahaney dribbles out top of the 5-point lead in no big hurry. Switch up defensively. Ike's got him. I'll just dribble it down. The clock goes under 3. Mahaney pull up, free throw line, hits it. Boy, he has had a good one. 61-54. Still time, 2:50 to play. Nembhard trying to drive on Marshallonis, can't. Kicks it out to Watson. Short pass to Hickman. Nolan, pass back to Watson. He'll let a 3 fly. It won't go down. Ike has a rebound, and there's a whistle and a foul. And I believe it's going to be called on St. Mary's, but let's wait and see.
Marshallonis with the loose ball foul.
And Dukas flew out of there, too. And he's playing with 4. We've talked about this so many times. It's amazing how these guys play with all the fouls that they do.
I know.
You know, you had 2 guys pick up. Saxon's played for 12 minutes. With so much of this physical contact. Graham's going to step to the free throw line. 7-point lead for the Gaels. Boy, Mahaney has been fantastic. 23 points on 9 of 15. Saxon as well. Graham's first free throw is no good. And another rebound for the Gaels. Can't miss those opportunities at this juncture, trailing by 7. 17-15 for Saxon. Marshallonis just going to dribble the clock down. Driving, gets into the paint, throws up a one-handed runner. It goes. The Gaels push it to 9, 2:10 to play.
Gotta hurry.
Nembhard gets a screen from Ike. Pull-up jumper from the wing. Good on that. Cuts it to 63-56. Zags going to show some pressure here. Mahaney picks up the dribble. Bounces it to Marshallonis in the front court to Dukas. Now back out to Marshallonis again. 1:45 to play, 18 seconds to shoot. Gaels lead by 7. Marshallonis going to take this clock down as far as he possibly can. 7 seconds on the ticker. Driving, bounces down low. Forbes cutting, misses, and then a foul is called. Anton Watson saying Forbes was out of bounds. He's down. Let's hope that he's okay. 1:28 to play, and this is the problem when you're playing against St. Mary's. They're so good at just running that clock.
Yep. The possession gets magnified as there's less of them.
Forbes still down.
He hit the deck hard. I thought it was just a missed dunk attempt.
Yeah, I did too.
Honest. I know he landed hard, but I thought he got rim checked.
Yeah, he did. I would agree with that.
And then,
Coach Pugh's talking to the official about it right now. I think Anton had a good point too. He's out of bounds. Yeah, it's
dunker spot on the bottom baseline side.
They're going to get Forbes up. Like I said, let's hope he's okay. He did land hard.
Yeah, he landed straight on his back. That's the worst.
Still down with 1:28 to play. And it looks like they're going to tend to Forbes still. And most likely the Zags are going to pick somebody to shoot free throws. And you don't want to lessen the effects of this injury, obviously. But if you're the Zags, you would love to have Forbes shooting a free throw as he's 32% on the season. And he's going to walk off. And it looks like they're going to take him back to the locker room. Well, Barrett's going to check in.
So you got to pick somebody that's already in the game.
Yep.
Okay, can't be off the bench.
He can't be off the bench. And it's going to be Saxon, who's 7 out of 10 at the line tonight. First one pops out. Saxon taking his time as he gets ready for number 2. That one misses. Ike rebounds. Quickly, the Bulldogs have to go. Demard into the front court. Coming to his right, behind his back with it. He lost the handle, dives on it. And they're going to call jump ball. St. Mary's possession. Bulldogs turn it over. St. Mary's has the ball with 1:20 to play. Now Dusty Stromer's going to check in. He'll replace Ike. Dukas to inbound. Bulldogs will show pressure. Of course, trailing by 7 with 1:20 to go. Inbound to Marshallonis. He's trapped. Throws it up for grabs. He steps out of bounds. It's going to be Gonzaga basketball. Marshallonis running up to the official. That's not the one that you want to go and talk to. And now they're going to review the play. Zags trailing 63-56, 1:18 to play. And this is obviously a huge call. If Zags get it back, got a chance. If not, things are looking bleak. Learn your bragging rights at Northern Quest with more slot machines, table games, restaurants, lounges, and luxury hotel rooms than anyone else in the region. Northern Quest, yes, the best. More at northernquest.com. So the officials continue to look at the monitor. And 1:18 to play. The Bulldogs trailed for the entire night. They would take the lead at 52-51 on a pair of free throws from Anton Watson. That came with 7:41 to play. The Zags have scored 4 points in the last 6 minutes. The St. Mary's currently on a 12-4 run. These are the stretches we talk about against St. Mary's, Mo. It's hard. If you're giving up that many rebounds and giving them that many extra possessions and you're not scoring.
Yep. It's really hard to stop. They're just so methodical.
It is a recipe for success for this St. Mary's team if it plays out like this, and it has thus far. The officials continue to look at it. Christian sharing with us that the replay shows his foot out of bounds, but we'll wait and see. The Zags ended St. Mary's 16-game win streak on senior night a week ago Saturday. St. Mary's trying to snap Gonzaga's 9-game win streak here tonight. A hotly contested game. So the officials continue to look. And let's see. I thought they were about to make a decision. The call is confirmed. So it's going to be Zags basketball. Mo, what are you doing here? You shooting threes?
No.
Still time for twos?
I think you still attack because we're in the double bonus, so you attack, and obviously St. Mary's knows that they don't want to foul, so you still run your base offense, but obviously you have to go right away and get something going towards the basket.
Inbound to Ike, backing down Saxon. He knocks it away from behind, right into the hands of Watson. Saxon, 2 hands on Graham. He gets to the shot anyway. Won't go down. Watson, rebound, put back. That won't go down. Greg flies in, tries to rip it away from Barrett, and it's going to be a travel called on the Gaels.
Gotta have those layups.
Yep. And Nemhard's going to inbound, 1:07 to play. Lob into Watson, far side, defended by Dukas. Drives. Body bump, spins to the baseline, gets up a shot. That won't go down. Ike poking it around. Anton's down on the ground, and St. Mary's comes away with another rebound. Bounce to Dukas, into the front court to Barrett. Back out to Dukas again. They'll trap him, and a foul is called. 44.5 seconds left. St. Mary's leads by 7. And Mo, the Bulldogs had opportunity after opportunity down there. Couldn't get it to go. Had to play through contact all night long. And couldn't. They had, 3 or 4 right at the rim.
Pretty good looks at it, yeah. Got to finish, obviously, but like you said, playing through contact. Referee swallowing the whistle.
Lucas makes the first free throw. Ike checks out, Stromer is in. Lucas makes both. 65-56. Nemhard's going to fly up the floor. Drives on Marshallonis, little Euro step, fade away, comes up short. And there's another rebound for Dukas. Well, the Gaels, they know that they're going to win the tournament title to go along with the regular season championship. 35 seconds to play. It's a 9-point St. Mary's lead. I don't know that a lot of people saw this coming. That being said, we talked about rebounding, Mo, and it has just been a dominating performance on the glass for the Gaels.
Yeah, 39-22, so obviously plus 17 as Dukas makes the first. Can't win many games when you get out-rebounded that wide of a margin.
And Dukas will shoot his second. And make it. Well, the Bulldogs have gone ice cold offensively. They've scored 4 points since they took the lead with 7:41 to play. Nemhard drives, gets all the way to the rim, and lays it in. 67-58. Inbound to Mahaney, gets it away to Marshallonis. He's cut off, bounce to Barrett. Barrett finds Saxon, who throws down to dunk. 69-58 is the score, 19.5 to play. Watson into the front court, passes to Greg. Greg drives, gets to the rim, and he'll dunk. 69-60. Bulldogs going to trap. Coach Pugh says, let's back off. Dukas throws it up the floor. Saxon catches and will hold. Clock winds down. The Gaels, the regular season champs and the tournament champs. St. Mary's ends the Bulldogs' 9-game win streak, picking up a 69-60 win, leading for the majority of the night. Let's take a quick timeout as the Gaels celebrate. Zag's streak of 4 straight tournament championships comes to an end. We're back after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
BECU. You've heard the name, seen the letters. But what does BECU stand for? Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people. For charting your own path. For choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else. Because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU. Power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join. Federally insured by NCUA.
1 in 8 women will experience breast cancer. Annual screening mammograms beginning at age 40 offer the best strategy for catching cancer early. Mammography is the only test scientifically proven to reduce deaths from breast cancer. The data doesn't lie. Early detection saves lives. Schedule your annual screening mammogram today. Call 509-455-4455. Ask us about evening and weekend appointments. Inland Imaging. For answers you can trust and care you can count on.
Papa Murphy's $9.99 extra large New York style pizza is a big deal. So we're going big to tell everyone about it. How big? We're talking action movie big. Carving $9.99 XLNY into a mountainside big. And shouting it from the literal mountaintops big. Because the XLNY is everything you can expect from a classic New York style pizza, hot and fresh out of your oven for just $9.99. Order the XLNY pizza at papamurphys.com.
St. Mary's a winner over Gonzaga here in the championship game, 69-60. Our final score in Las Vegas. AgWest Farm Credit supports agricultural and rural communities with reliable, consistent credit and financial services today and tomorrow. Zags were playing catch-up for the majority of the night here at the Orleans Arena. St. Mary's opened up an early 15-6 lead. Bulldogs had 4 early turnovers. That lead would be cut to 2 on a couple of occasions. But then St. Mary's got things going and took a 39-29 lead on a three-pointer from Mahaney. They got it up to 11 in the first half. And the Bulldogs, though, Mo, cut it to 4. And almost kind of feel like maybe the Bulldogs felt like, okay, we'll get going. It's happened so many times here, right? It didn't go good early, and then they cut it to 4 at halftime. But just kind of a tough night. I think the rebounding numbers are going to prove that as we break all that stuff down. But after you cut it to 4 at halftime, St. Mary's was able to just kind of protect the lead. A couple of key moments. It's 44-42 after Braden Huff hit a couple of free throws. Had an opportunity to tie or take the lead. Took a quick 3. The Zags came back from that. Anton Watson made 4 consecutive free throws and a field goal as part of an 8-0 run. The Zags went at 52-51, 7:40 to play. But Mo, over the next 7 minutes, the Zags scored just 4 points.
Yeah, but just went cold offensively down the stretch in the most important part of the game. 2 from 11 from downtown. You mentioned the -17, but you can't have a scoring drought like that. And we were in the bonus. We were taking jump shots instead of trying to take it to the rim.
Bulldogs fall 69-60. Quick look at our highlights, our final stats coming up next. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Feeling those winter blues? Boost your energy with Wake Up Call's signature Mad Hatter energy during Mad Hatter Happy Hour. Every Monday through Friday from 4 to close, enjoy a 24-ounce Mad Hatter for $3.75 and a 32-ounce Mad Hatter for $5.50. It'll add that extra pep in your step you need to cheer on the Zags. Cheers to drinking local with Wake Up Call.
Want to earn some extra money this winter? Spokane International Airport is hiring multiple seasonal snow removal equipment operators. These are on-call positions for the upcoming winter season from November 2023 to March 2024. You can earn up to $36 an hour. Some positions require a CDL, and previous experience in operating snow removal equipment is highly preferred. Join our team today. Learn more and apply by visiting SpokaneSnow.com.
We care about your safety. If you need to break ground on a new outdoor project, Be aware that buried electric and natural gas lines can be anywhere. It's the law to call 811 at least 2 business days before you dig. Spray paint white lines showing your dig zone, and a crew will mark the utility lines. Mark accuracy zone is within 2 feet of the mark, so always hand dig to expose the line first. Call 811 before you dig. The service is free for residential customers. Avista, we just want you to be safe.
Zags fall in the championship game in Las Vegas. 14th time these teams have met. Zags 10-4. The advantage, but tonight belongs to the Gaels with a 9-point win. At First Interstate, it's about supporting our communities and cheering on our teams. Thank you for letting us be your trusted community bank for more than 50 years. First Interstate Bank, built for you, member FDIC. Anton Watson leads the Zags with 18 points tonight. Nemhard finished with 13. Graham Ike, saddled with foul trouble, played fewer than 20 minutes. He was 5 of 12 and had 10. The Bulldogs end up shooting 44% from the field. St. Mary's led by Mahaney, who had 23. He was really good, made 5 threes, 19 points for Saxon to go along with 15 rebounds. Barcelona's finished with 13. The St. Mary's ends up shooting 47% from the field to pick up the win. Post-game coverage coming your way from Las Vegas right after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog Basketball from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This is the sound of Arby's sweet and savory brown sugar bacon. You're listening to an ingredient in a sandwich, and the sandwich is already great. Now do yourself a favor. Upgrade from an Arby's brown sugar bacon sandwich in your ears to an Arby's brown sugar bacon sandwich in your mouth. Arby's.